So this is the new magnetic style keyboard for the iPad series from GOOJODOQ. It's the A1935. If you remember last time, we actually reviewed one of their earlier versions of this one, but this time it's the latest version, the 2025, and I'll leave the links in the description box below if you're interested, and I'll be showing you the prices as well. You can get this in different models: iPad, iPad mini, and the iPad Pro. What we have here is the one for the iPad Pro M1 for the 11-inch version, and it's the black one. So the main difference here compared to the earlier version is that we now have a display screen, and we also have a dedicated function row, or rather a multimedia row, and the trackpad is now made of glass. Also, it's a lot lighter and a lot slimmer, which is really I appreciate during my testing. I already have it here. It's the black color, but first let's unbox the rest of the package. So inside the box, aside from the case itself, you have the manual. I suggest reading this for the complete guide of the features. And then you actually get a free cover for the keyboard. And then we also have the USB-C cable for charging. It's a short C to C cable, and this thing charges at, I'm not sure what's the conversion, maybe it's around 10 watts. As far as the charging time goes, for the 500 mAh battery, it's going to take 3 hours. So moving on, we have the case. So as you can see, I've been using it for quite a while now, so you can see it's not the cleanest, but yes, this one feels soft. It is a rubbery texture here. As you can see here, this is now made of metal. So previously, this was like a flap. It didn't really pose any problem as far as durability, but it's not the cleanest as far as the design. Also, it's a lot slimmer, and it's also lighter, so it's easier to carry around. It doesn't weigh as much as the first one. It's huge difference as far as being portable. So inside we have this soft cloth-like material that protects the iPad from scratching. And then we have the keyboard and the glass touchpad. Also, we now have a display screen. So originally we only have LED indicators, but now we do have this display screen that shows the status, caps lock, if it's on or not. We also have the battery percentage, and as well as the charging indicator. And yes, this keyboard is still backlit. As you can see, that's 100%. It's not the brightest as far as outdoor use. You'll barely notice it, but if it's indoor with limited lighting or at night, it's fine. It's just fine. So as far as the backlight effects, they don't have the breathing or the rainbow or anything fancy, anything dynamic. It's just solid colors. As mentioned, you now have a dedicated multimedia function row as opposed to the alternative keys when trying to access the brightest level, search or mute or skipping tracks, play pause music, adjusting volume. And you also have a dedicated lock key, which is nice to have, as well as a dedicated pairing button or pairing key. As far as the typing experience goes, this feels a bit more tight, if that makes sense. Compared to the earlier version, this one has less travel. It's a lot easier to actuate. It doesn't feel as mushy or bouncy as the first one. It's a lot better when it comes to fast typing. It's still the same membrane scissor switch for this magnetic keyboard, and I do like this one a lot compared to the first one. Now for the trackpad, I think it's almost the same size, but this time we now have a glass trackpad. Now as far as latency goes, it's very minimal. It's almost negligible. This trackpad, even though this one is just connected through Bluetooth, the response rate is really fast. And additionally, since you have that ProMotion display on the iPad Pro with the 120Hz refresh rate, it's just a lot more smoother and more responsive, more accurate when it comes to using the trackpad. As you can see, I'm scrolling. Scrolling feels really good. This feels like I'm scrolling on a MacBook or any MacBook trackpad. The only thing that I don't like with this trackpad is the way you click or press the trackpad. Say for example, I want to open monkey type. You have to really firmly press the trackpad, and sometimes it works if you're pressing on the on this part. Sometimes it works here, but the most accurate part of this trackpad when doing a firm press is right down the middle. Now I do have in the settings of the iPad to have the tap to click, so I don't have to press the trackpad, since it's not really a good experience. So there you go. Now, since this one is a lot lighter than before, you do get a bit of wobble when you have your palm pressed against the surface. So that's one thing. It's not a big deal, it's just a small thing that I noticed. Then again, you also have this angle that can go up to here. So that's the maximum typing angle. Now, as far as the battery life goes, according to GOOJODOQ, so the continuous working time with the backlight at maximum is around 4 hours. Without a backlight, you're looking at around 200 hours, which is really impressive, to be honest. I've been using this one for weeks, and the standby battery drain is almost non-existent. Sometimes it'll drain 1 to 2%. Sometimes I'll be at the same battery percentage after 6 to 7 hours overnight. It's just amazing. You don't have to charge this one frequently. This is a battery champ. Again, that is my review of the GOOJODOQ A1935 magnetic style keyboard for the iPad. I really like it. Actually, the first one that they provided stopped working. The keys just stopped working after a year. Having this one as a replacement, couldn't ask for more. Again, it's just that click, that trackpad click. I'm not a fan of it. It's an easy workaround if you just turn on tap to click, but if you use a lot of the clicking, I think you might be better with something else. But that's it for this one. Drop us a like if you feel like supporting the channel, and as always, until the next one, stay safe.